Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my sketchbook. Hey, did you know that on this date in Florida, Burger King was founded, known as Insta Burger King? Anyway, it's also Slash's birthday. So he was born actually in London uh, on this date in 1965. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can draw something related to Slash, because Slash is awesome. I'm going to try zooming in a little bit here. Oh, come on. Oh, too much? Let's kind of back this out a little bit. Let's go to there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can come up with, well, he's an icon, right? So, I mean, he's known for having kind of certain look, uh, which kind of makes a version of a caricature reasonable, I guess. Yeah. So I don't want to go too extreme with some of this. Of course, you can put this top hat on, which I don't know if I don't really think he wears the top hat so much anymore. Honestly. But we're just going to go with this anyway. Of course, he's also known for playing a Gibson Les Paul. And that is pretty cool. I'm going to do something else. I'll think a little bit different here. What if we gave him fangs? And we gave him a tongue like that. Forked. Not to be demonic, but instead, because he's actually a fan of reptiles. You know, a few years ago, he and Miles Kennedy would have played a show at Universal Studios Orlando location of Hard Rock. And I'm sure as part of his tour, he would have gone to the Hogwarts Castle. It would have been kind of neat to think, and I did some doodles in relation to this a while ago, that it would have been kind of interesting if he actually attended Hogwarts, I should say, being that he was born in England, Hampstead, I believe, and yeah, he definitely probably would have been sorted into Slytherin. So this is kind of the rough doodle idea. And then now, let's see if we can add a little bit more detail to this so it isn't so rough. That hat looks pretty wild. I don't know how many hats he'd have. He'd probably have a bunch custom made. Whereas I think the original hat possibly, could be long gone. I believe that iconic hat came from Misadventure back in the day. So it's possible that he has more than one, just in case. Now, as I said, I don't think he really wears the hat so much anymore. For fun, I have a cup with water in it, and I have this #1 detailing brush. And I'm going to make a bit of a mess, I think. Just sort of draw around this ink. As I often will do. I believe the hats are leather. Let's see. Just cleaning the brush there a little bit. Let's try to add a bit of detail to this stuff. Zoom in just a little bit on that. Slash is kind of an interesting guy. He's been in a few bands. He's made some guest appearances. I believe there was even a point in time when he had some involvement with that rock band thing, which gave people the opportunity to play the guitar but not even really play the guitar. Does that make sense? Like you could punch buttons really fast and anyway, you had the opportunity to play along with a controller as if you could play the guitar, which is almost a shame, really, that existed. And there were people that were really good at it, which is too bad, because playing the guitar is a little bit different than punching buttons. But anyway, if it got you interested in it, that's cool, and you would get access to playing some pretty cool tunes too. So let's see. Let's go back in and just kind of add a little bit of detail. I believe that for a short time, David Bowie dated his mom. I don't know why that popped into my head. Okay. Got these aviators on. I'm going to darken some part of the light part of them. Let's go with that. Let's add just a bit more detail outlining to this tongue. So off to the side here, you're, well anyway, I'll get to that in a moment. But the last year on Slash's birthday, I did some doodling, and it just so happened to fall within Shark Week. So yeah, you'll be able to check out that video there. Of course, you can subscribe up here and or make a comment or whatever. And if you do subscribe, you don't have to turn on notifications, because I tend to draw at strange hours, and you don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night with my ridiculous rambling. Let's just say happy birthday, shall we? because I think that'll be fun. Happy, happy, everybody happy. Let's scratch in. And we'll say, Can you imagine if he actually attended Hogwarts? That'd be kind of funny. All right, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. As I said, over here, you can check out the video I did last time, and of course, you can subscribe up here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, happy birthday, Slash. All right, everybody. Ciao for now.